Hi guys, back again. We just came down to Norwich Woodhenge, which I'm going to point to it with the camera. I'm sorry about the sunlight, but where you see those two pylons there, there's an old Woodhenge about, I don't know, 5,000-6,000 years ago, old. And we're in this field and we were just doing a survey around the field with the...
We have been here before.
Yeah, we have been here before. We have done a reading before,
Norwich,
and I think we're as yet going to put that on the website or put it on YouTube anyway. But we came down here today and we found just in this corner here, an Anglo-Saxon roundhouse of 24 feet in diameter using the rods. And as we're walking back up to where the actual Woodhenge is, which is behind us, Tina felt a spirit.
Yes.
A spirit had attached herself and felt we were being followed. And so fired up the old camera and see what we come up with.
As we came away from where we found that Anglo-Saxon house, if we think that's an Anglo-Saxon
yeah.
house, we weren't 100% sure.
Yeah.
That roundhouse. And I just saw a vision of a man in a sort of white top, tunic sort of top.
Okay.
And sort of like suede trousers. Those skin trousers, you know, made out of skin. And he had like a bow and arrow sort of thing.
Oh, right.
And long dark hair. And I said, I asked the name and got Merric.
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 Okay.
Okay, so I know it's unusual, but who knows
Yep.
what they call their kids in
you
England.
say, well, as it comes, Tina.
And yes, he's just sort of followed us, so I'm not going to tune into his energy.
Okay.
Merric, why are you here? This is where I lived. He said, I'm here, this is where I lived. Okay, so it's a long time ago. So where we talk, I think Saxon maybe? Maybe even Iceni.
Did he live in that roundhouse at...
Many lived in there.
Many did?
Yeah. He lived with many people, you know,
yes.
big family.
Okay.
Family.
And how many people lived in that roundhouse at that time when he was there?
Well, it was sort of inherited, he was saying.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't build it. It had to be redone every so many years.
Yes.
He weren't the original builder.
Were we in the right place when we used the rods?
Not far off.
Right. And he lived there with his family?
He lived there with his extended family, grandparents and children and wife. He was quite a young man when he went. I would say he was about 35.
And how did he die?
An arrowhead.
Oh, so was he...
Through his chest, heart.
Was he murdered?
Well, he was fighting.
Okay. And
okay, there was two tribes or something. It's definitely an arrowhead. You can see him going down like that, catching it, and there's his arrow sticking out. So there's an arrow, bow and arrow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Was it his burial that we found over there a few minutes ago? We thought it was an animal burial. Was that his burial?
No.
No. Okay.
No, but you said you will find bones of animals that they ate, mostly oxen and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That might be buried over there.
Could be.
Because it's near the roundhouse.
It is, yes.
And they would
Very close.
They buried all the bones and everything, didn't they? Like sacrifices and...
So who was he fighting then?
Okay. This must have been Roman. Because I can see the perp. I don't know if anyone used bows and arrows. They didn't, did they? They might have done. I don't know. I can see whoever the perpetrate was. He was on a horse.
The person who killed him?
He was on a horse.
Right.
So,
what does he look like, Tina?
He looks like a Roman, to be honest. He could be a Viking. But I don't think Vikings were horse people, were they? This person was on a horse.
Yeah, that sounds more Roman.
Roman. Definitely Roman. And he was being told something to do, and he said, "No, I'm not doing that." You know, it's got to be Saxon because the Iceni were around.
Say again, Ben?
The Iceni were around at this time.
They are the Iceni, and also Tina, the Anglo-Saxons occupied the same area. But you're thinking this might be Iceni?
Well, I think so, because there's a Roman. I can see there's a Roman on a horse.
Yeah.
And there's several beside him, you know, but this one's higher up, so he's on a horse and the others are on foot.
Yes.
So he must be captain or whatever they called him.
So he wasn't on his own, he was with like a platoon of men.
Yeah.
And what did they ask him to do?
Well, they told him.
Ah.
They told him that he's got to pack up and leave here.
Oh.
Move on. And he said, no, I'm not doing that. And I don't know why they would do that. Maybe they wanted the land for themselves, they wanted a special place for themselves, I don't know. Try and tune in. But I can see that he was killed with an arrow.
Was any other members of his family killed on that day then?
I can only see him,
Right.
that's why he's still here.
Yes.
I can only see him. And they told him to, you know, get out, pack up, get out.
Yeah.
And I think they actually burnt the roundhouse.
Right.
And I think there's more than one, to be honest.
Yeah.
There's like a little settlement around there.
Yeah.
Almost certain I can see that. You know, I can see it like a settlement.
A good dating point would have been Boadicea. Was he?
Around Boadicea's time, maybe.
Was it? Can you ask him if Boadicea was?
He says he's Iceni.
You say he's Iceni.
Part of the Iceni.
Okay. Okay.
And because they ran out of the case of St Edmunds and they scattered.
Yeah.
And some of them came
And they
here.
set up here.
Because the sacredness of the place.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
But I can't see. Romans must have used bows and arrows, but there's definitely a man on a horse. I can see him in a uniform. That was Roman.
Yeah. Well, that sounds pretty convincing, really.
The
doesn't
red
it?
and everything. And he was in white sort of woven cloth top, hung over. He had a bow, you know, like a bow and
Yeah.
arrow sort of.
What was his?
blade thing.
What was his living? What did he do for a living? How did he survive?
He was a hunter. That's why he had all his bows. He was a hunter. He'd go and hunt for food.
Yeah.
And went back. But he was young. Really good looking at him.
Yeah, going back to it though, did he know Boadicea, Queen Boadicea? Was he aware of her?
He's very aware of her, yes.
So he would have been born, or this event took after.
I think that was after the event of her death.
Then,
To be honest, because they moved away. They moved away from the Iceni village.
yes, that was Boadicea was around 60 AD.
Yeah.
So,
Must
and
be
then
around
after that
80.
massive skirmish, the Romans would have gone on like a rampage, and maybe that's why they burned him out of here, because he felt that maybe they're a threat, because their
Yeah.
town
Was
is
up the
about
road.
3 miles south of here. Iceni
This was a
venture.
lot more wooded then. They thought they'd be safe.
Yes.
They thought they'd be safe, just tucked away. They would look, you know. And I mean, he was here for a while.
Yeah.
He said this
Yeah.
was the previous person's house
Yeah.
before that.
Yeah.
So
How long ago was it that Boadicea died then? How long before he died that she had died?
that was about 50 years. So it's
50 years,
around 100
so 100 AD.
Yeah,
Yeah,
around that time.
yeah, and the Romans were still here.
Maybe they killed him with his own arrows.
Well, I doubt it.
Well, he was trying to fight. You know, he was trying to stand up for himself.
Yes.
And I can see him just trying to pull one out.
Yeah. So was he able to shoot an arrow off, or
No.
was it the Romans just got straight in there and?
As soon as they saw he'd done that front
Yeah,
thing.
that was it. That was him finished. And was it the bloke on the horse who shot him, or was it the other?
It was the one on the horse.
It was all right. Okay.
I can see the one on the horse standing there.
Yeah.
The horse standing there with him on top.
Yeah.
And there were several other foot soldiers.
Yeah.
You know? But he was like one in charge, I suppose. And
Yeah.
he didn't like the arrogancy, because he saw
Yeah.
him as a threat. As soon as he started to reach for his bow and arrow.
Yeah, that was it. That was it. It's like going for your
Wow.
gun.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Listen.
And was he aware? Well, he would have been aware of the Roman village,
Yeah.
the
Yes,
Roman
they were aware.
town.
They were aware.
And did he trade at all there, or what was the relationship like with the
They
Romans?
kept away. No.
Right.
They kept away. They kept away. And the Romans came across him. There were some other ones.
Yeah.
With the other little huts, you know, little round houses and tents and stuff, and then they came across them, and they wanted them to.
Time
I
to
think he
move
just wanted
on.
to kill the Iceni. I don't know, but he saw the Roman took it as straight away a threat,
Yeah.
so they shot him with an arrow.
Yes.
Into his heart.
Yeah.
and he died at stroke.
Can he tell you where the next?
I'm a bit like a Red Indian, to be honest.
Can he
Dark hair.
tell you the direction, Tina, that the next Iceni village was, or the next Iceni town? Is he able to do that? The next largest settlement.
He didn't know where the next one was.
Okay. Okay.
Well, the thing is, he said that they had been like trying to hide from the Romans, you know, just keep quiet and do their thing and get on with their life.
Yeah.
But obviously.
Where was he buried then? So he was killed around this area here, where we're standing. Yeah. He would have been buried around here. Does he know what happened to his family?
You've got to remember that weren't hair. That weren't hair. So this whole field went right back there. There was all woods there and all over there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very woody area.
Was the river much bigger than what it is now, Tina? This is what we were saying.
Yeah. Both sides, that's bigger both sides.
And what happened to his family as a result? What happened after he was killed? What did the Romans do?
They rounded them up and they became slaves.
Okay. And you're saying they probably burnt, or you felt they burnt the roundhouse?
I could see flames. And where that bones was, I think, that might be what they cooked, you know?
Yeah.
They buried there.
Yeah.
Because they used to bury their bones in the ground as an offering.
Yeah. Yeah. It would have been like a waste pit.
Yeah.
Right. An important question is this Woodhenge sitting behind us, Tina. What did he know of that?
That was a sacred place.
And sacred in what way? What took place there?
Rituals.
How often?
About 4 times a year.
And did he go to them?
Yes.
And how many people used to go to these?
Well, as many people who could before the Romans came. That was you know, because the Romans tried to stop that. They took over that and let go there.
Yes. Okay. And what was actually there in that day when he was alive? What was actually on that mound?
Wooden pearls.
And how many were there?
I think there was about 24.
Right. And were they in a circle? Were they in lines?
Circles.
How high were they?
Some of them about 10 foot, 12 foot.
Yeah.
They sort of went down like that. The ones in the middle were really high.
And what made this place sacred? Why was it special?
It was always there when he was there, so it's prehistoric.
So went way before.
Way before. The
Neolithic.
Sorry about my teeth. I can't even talk. Tomorrow I'm going to do this. Yeah, Neolithic.
Neolithic.
Yeah.
And what used to take place on site?
Rituals.
What sort of rituals, Tina?
There'd be like priests singing and loud, and this humming noise would come out at certain times.
And what were these times? Soon they were the
solstices.
And the equinoxes. And when the Romans came here and occupied this land, what did they do with this site? They vandalised it, or did they?
No, they didn't vandalise it. They just left. They just sort of like just left it where it was. I don't think they've done any damage to it at all.
Okay.
But they might have put a couple of temples up around there. Temples to their gods, because that's what they did at sacred sites. I feel like it's a temple to Mercury, God Mercury.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Mercury the Roman god? Yeah, Mercury the Roman god.
And so did he see you walking along here then, Tina?
I don't know. He just came, just picked him up as we came out of this area.
You said we were being shadowed. There was somebody behind us, didn't you?
See him behind me, walking behind me.
Yeah.
Okay, shall I ask if you want to go over? Or?
I think, does he want to go over? Was he married? Did he have children, Tina?
He was married, yeah. He had a daughter.
What was life like before the Romans? Well, he was here when the Romans were here, wasn't he? So
he
always knew Roman occupation. So what was life for an Iceni hunter under occupation?
on alert, always looking out, you know, worried that one day they're going to come. Romans tried to make peace with everyone.
Yeah.
Because, as I said, he saw this soldier, or captain, whatever he was, the legion, or whatever you call him, saw him, because he did really had intentions to kill him.
Yeah.
He thought, fuck this. Sorry, he didn't think that in that language. He just saw him as a threat, so he didn't kill anyone else, he just killed him, and then they sort of like all went indoors and
Yeah.
sort of faded away after that. They
Yes.
moved away. They had to move away. They were taking slaves to the Caister
Yeah.
fort. Caister St Edmunds.
Well, if they took them there, Tina, they took them back to Rome, didn't they?
Yes, they might have ended up in Rome.
Yeah.
Yes, they might have done.
Yeah.
Or they'd just be working in there.
Well, they would have gone wherever they want them to go, wouldn't they?
Yeah. There's about 10 of them that were rounded up.
Oh, was there?
Men, women, children.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, Merric, would you like to leave this place after you've been here for so long?
Can I ask a quick question? Did the Romans use the river as access to this, or
Yeah,
did they
they used
used
the
to come
river.
online Roman
They
road
used the
from
river.
Caister?
Used
So
to
they
go
would have
round the
come
road.
by quite close to his settlement, wouldn't
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Okay.
I think that's just because they told him to do something. Like,
Yeah.
By the time he moved on or something like that. That's
they?
what
Yeah.
I think that's what he's telling me.
Yeah.
That's what I keep getting that feeling of. So that's what he's giving me, that feeling of. That
It's time for you to go now, you know.
No, we're not going. This is our land.
Yeah.
This is our home.
And that was it. It was just.
And the room's gone. You will go, or you know.
Yeah.
And so he was doing that to get his bow and arrow out.
Yeah.
Stuff behind his back.
And that was enough
That
to.
was enough. It was a threat, and the Romans wouldn't take any of that.
No.
Any of that.
No.
He's lucky that he didn't have them all killed, but
Yes.
they didn't kill them all.
I think you should. If he wants to go forward, Tina,
Yeah, I think we did.
carry on with his journey.
Yeah. Okay,
Oops.
so above them trees, I can see a portal opening up. And he's standing right back in the centre of that roundhouse where he's
Right.
standing right there.
Yeah.
And I think it's coming down. Yes, you can go. You can go. Okay, thank you. You can see his loved ones now, that they're all waiting for him, all glee and joy on their faces. He's gone straight back into his wife and his
Yeah.
daughter's parents.
Excellent.
Thank you for that. He said there's a sword in this field.
Oh, is there?
I think it's a Roman sword, to be honest.
Right.
What was buried.
Yeah.
I think that would probably be around where that is. Did you see it?
Yeah. Yeah. Somewhere in that corner, do you think?
Somewhere over there. In
There's a
that
Roman
area.
sword.
Yeah. Let's go back to the map and get it.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
just
we
gonna
could
have a
probably
cup
do
of
that
tea,
with the
shall we?
rods, but that was interesting. We didn't come out there today to do
No.
as
I
any
didn't.
readings.
No, we were doing something completely
But
different.
it's interesting that we found what we thought was we knew there was a crop mark in the
Yeah,
ground. We'd
yeah.
seen that from aerial photographs and I think LiDAR. But we were there thinking there might have been something buried in the ground, and we found that it was bones, didn't we? We thought it was animal bones, which we thought was a strange thing to be dragged to.
Yeah.
And then we thought, well, hang on then, see if you can find the old roundhouse there. And then you found it, and then we measured it out, 24 feet in diameter. That sounds about right when we're no experts at all. And as we were coming away, because we were going to go up to the Woodhenge, you felt that we were being followed, and then this whole story unfolded.
Yes.
And great little
We
story,
never know
Tina.
what's going to happen on our days out, do we, Don?
We
Never.
don't know what's going to come through. We don't plan anything. That's what makes it so interesting and fascinating. No idea what's going to come through.
No, we don't.
And well, we're going to probably wrap it up there. So if you like what we do, which we certainly hope you do,
I never remember. Can you please like, comment, share and subscribe? I'm very, very thankful for your support. Thank you very much.
absolutely. Thanks very much, guys. Speak to you later.